And we're live. Liverpool beat Nottingham Forest 1-0 in crazy fashion. We were pretty awful in that game, certainly in the first half. Welcome to the reaction stream and the ratings stream. We're going to shoot through all the player ratings. I believe we can do a poll as well for all you to join. I hope, I'm not going to promise anything, but do stay tuned. And if you can get involved, do. So, listen, we're going to start with the first half performance there, because I think that was one of the worst first halves of the season, easily. It's on par with Crystal Palace for me. Crystal Palace was equally as poor. I don't know how we wanted to win that game. The intent was not there. We were lazy on the ball, and you've got to put the variables in place here. And those variables, you know what they are? I'd say the massive variables staring at us in the face. They played away in Turkey on Thursday. That exact 11. Not like they'd rotated or anything. The exact 11 players at Nottingham Forest played away, I think it was 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗃, on Thursday, and they won 3-0. They should be knackered. They've travelled halfway across the world, and they've come back here and they've taken Liverpool, going toe-to-toe at one of the best teams in the world, apparently. Are we balls? Seriously? Are we balls? Really poor first half performance. We absolutely got away with one there. One of the worst first halves of the season. The stats are on there. If you are new around here, by the way, please do leave a like. You know, this is a new thing for me. I'm doing 2 streams in the same day. My voice is hurting already. But we are live. There's new graphics and there's new stats on the screen. So please do take note of them and let me know your thoughts and in the player ratings section in a bit. I've got to just where do we even start? Yeah, intensity wasn't there. We were lazy. They outworked us. They outplayed us in the first half. I thought Sangare had a really good game. I thought Anderson, likewise, like always, has a really good game. We were second best. Second best, absolutely. They had a few chances in first half. Alisson makes a great save. I think it was on georgescaifel. But Liverpool somehow win the game. And the player ratings on there obviously have the subs on, so Gomez has come on. It's just a bit switched. Gomez did well off the bench. Let's go through the player ratings now. In fact, I want to try this new segment out. We'll talk about 𝗕𝗵𝗲𝗰𝘀 in a lot of detail in a bit, because he changed that game. And I hope you can all get involved. I really do hope you can do that. Right, here we go. Start a poll. Select team. Liverpool. Let's do this. Create poll. Let's see what happens. Put my name in there. Let's see what happens. Never done this before. Oh, this is cool. How do you vote then? Viewer votes. How do... Oh, I've got to share a link. Is that right? So I've got to put a link in the... I don't know how to do this. Hold on. There's a link. Is there a link in the description? See if... I should have done this before. I didn't know you could do this. Just check that link there. If you're watching this on catch up, hello. I promise I won't be being all admin-y in a second. Just want to see if this in any way, shape or form works, because I want you to get involved. Fan link. Yeah. You can vote. I like it a lot. So, what I should do next time, this is what I'm going to do from now on then. I'm going to open this vote after the watch-along stream. So then in the half an hour gap that I'm doing the watch-along stream and this, all of you can have had your say on the player ratings, and then I give my say. So if you do want to get involved on your phone, on another screen while you keep me on here, please do. Go and give your player ratings down below, and I'll give mine in about 5 or 10 minutes, so I've got something to base it off of. This is really exciting, okay? So next time we're going to do that. I think we can talk about just that, I guess, the first half, maybe. I don't want to. Let's talk about it briefly. I think it's about as bad as it gets. I think it's up there with Crystal Palace in that first half. Alisson kept us in that game. And there was such a lack of intent. And it's a real shame when you look at the Brighton game. When you look at the Sunderland game. We beat both of them. 2 clean sheets. Really good. Certainly in the Brighton game. How do we go and build up for that? We go and nearly just lose to Forest or get a draw almost. The performance level was tragic. It was tragic. I mean, you've got to say, you need to start responding to comments. Well, mate, if you've been around here for a while, I let my thoughts go out on these match streams, and then I come into the comments as always later on. Yeah, please do get involved with the player ratings. Next time, I'm going to write on this overlay, link in the bio. See, there we go. Let me do it now. This is all over the place. Player with in description. That's what I need. Do get involved, guys. Do get involved, and I'll give you mine in a bit. And hopefully it'll weigh up against yours. There we go. This won't happen again. It's quite disjointed at the moment. Right, get involved. Listen, I thought he got the team partially right. What do I know ultimately? And we didn't win the game, so I can't sit there and go, oh, we actually did get the team right, because we didn't really win the game in the first half. But that team in the first half was so negative. I'd say negative in the way that we're not reacting on previous games. Jones had a really good game against Brighton, right back. It's not like it's not like 𝗕𝗿𝗀𝗰𝗀 was there and Bradley was there. They weren't. I get why 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗀𝗀's ultimately played there. But at the same time, we had Gomez, who's a more established fullback, a natural defender, who's played right back this year multiple times. Sorry, I've just got the Arsenal game on. We had Gomez, Jones, who had a really good game against Brighton. For me, man of the match in that game, out of position. 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰, the bottom line is this: 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰 is our best player. No team's best player ever has been their right back. You don't play your best player out of position to accommodate for anyone else. You just don't. And the problem is actually for 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰, not for us because he's really good. He has good games at right back. Like, he plays really well there. Every time he does play there, he's one of our man of the matches. But in the grand scheme of the team, we are in a top 4 race now. The team should be established. 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰 needs to be cemented in midfield. And this game perhaps proves it. 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰 comes into midfield for Jones. He plays well. We start playing better. Jones plays better at right back. 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗰 plays better in midfield. Is that not just 2 + 2 = 4 right there? Is that, unless slots get a different number? It seemed quite obvious, and it seemed like it was actually proved by the second half performance, which was improved with Jones at right back. I'd love to know what you think about that, guys. Do let me know your thoughts, and do get involved with the player ratings. The link in the description. I assume people will be a lot more accustomed to what I'm doing here in a couple of weeks' time once I've sorted out the schedule and everything, and hopefully you can jump in here after every game, and it's exciting. Right, I'm going to do the player ratings now. Let's do this. If you haven't already, please leave a like down below. It's entirely free. Alisson Becker, let's do my ratings. Alisson, where'd you go with Alisson? I think he has... What's going on? Ratings poll. I've not even put it up. Oh, you can do a QR code. I love it. I didn't put that up. Do that. That's mint. This looks so professional. I'm excited for the next few weeks because this will actually be... You'll know the routine. Like, you'll know... Oh, he's going to be live after that game now. Let's get in and do a player ratings. Jump in. Give your ratings now. And I'll give you mine here. Alisson has been... Oh, wow. Interesting. So I can make these visible, I think. Wait there. This might take me a while to work out how to do this. Player ratings. Oh, I love it. This is amazing. This is actually amazing. Right, so I can actually... It says the average for the viewer's rating, and then I put my rating in there. This is the best thing ever. Do get involved. Link in the description. Right, here we go. Alisson for me, and you've given him a 6.6. Have your say now. I would actually go Alisson a 7. I'd go with 7. And the reason for that is, again, a clean sheet. I think a clean sheet is massive. Again, because you're building, ultimately you're building, you're putting a case study together, you're putting a body of work together, and that's 3 wins and 3 clean sheets together now. Okay? He played a big part in that. First half, 5 minutes? Made a great touch. Great touch, great save. I'm just watching the Arsenal game and he made a great touch there. Don't know what's happened, it's paused. Something happened in the Arsenal game. I don't know. Alisson, great save, makes his body big, stops georgescaifel. I think we've got to go 7 there. A clean sheet, I find it very hard to give below a 7 for a goalkeeper who made a good save. 14 people have been involved in the votes now. Do get involved, it's entirely free. You can have your say on the channel. Dominic Szoboszlai for me, the right back. We'll judge him now because he started at right back, I suppose. I think you've got to give Szoboszlai a high rating. And I'm going to go maybe an 8 or a 7. I'm going to go a 7 because I don't think we played particularly well, generally, today. So I think it's hard to give anyone an 8, really. Maybe minute per minute basis, you give 𝗕𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗀𝗀 an 8 because he came on and changed the game. But I'm going to give Szoboszlai a 7. And I think you agree as well, pretty much. He had a better game in midfield than at right back, and that's not something I'm surprised by at all. It's something we've seen regularly this year. He's a better midfielder than the right back. Dominic Szoboszlai was good today. He was absolutely not one of the problems. There are so many you can point your finger at, and I'm going to talk about them players. in a minute. Do feel free to leave a like as well while you're down there. It's entirely free to do, as is the player ratings. Scan this if you got your phone out and you watch on TV. Scan the QR code. Get involved down below. Come and join the club. Join the community. Not sure what's happening with the Arsenal game. If anyone's watching that, let me know. Next, we go to 𝗕𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗀𝗀. Wow. This was one of his best performances, I think you could say, of the season. And I think his rating is perhaps a bit low from you. I've gone for an 8. And, you know, a lot of people have gone for a 7 there. There's a couple 6s in there as well. But the average being a 7.5, which tells me a few people have gone for 9 to even that out. 𝗕𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀, that is... I can't even tell you how good he's been since he came back. I can't tell you how good he's been. He's been one of our best players. Given what he's been through as well, that makes it even more impressive, right? It's so commendable how he's come back and done what he's done. Dominant in the air, aggressive, a proper, what's the word? Like kind of destroyer centre-back. When he's on it, he's on it. When he's on it, he's really good. And he's so, what's the word for being key to that? He's crucial, I guess, crucial to the way we want to play in this high line. His pace, his recovery pace, his strength is so handy. And we couldn't play that high line without someone like 𝗕𝗏𝗏 and Van Dijk, because Van Dijk was equally as good. I'm going to go to Van Dijk now. Do you give him the same rating? Now, you've given him a 7, and I'm inclined to agree. I think Van Dijk was the least good of the two, but not to say he was bad at all. Not to say he was bad. I do slightly worry here that we were awful today, and my 4 ratings were a 7, an 8, and a 7, and a 7. We were worse than that. But, sorry, wait. But I think it gets better. I think it gets worse, is a concern here. Likewise, yes, 𝗙𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀, tell everyone, mate, the fan vote is in the description. You can get involved, come and give your rating. It's completely free to do if you want, just to have a bit of fun, and come and see if your rating stacks up against the average viewer. Next, we've got 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃. 𝗕𝗃𝗃's got a 6 out of 10 for everyone here. I don't know. I would have gone maybe a bit higher. Can I go for like 0.5s? I think I can. I'm going to go for a 6.5 for 𝗕𝗃𝗃. I think it was certainly solid. I don't think he made any mistakes. Not that I can think of anyway. He was pretty average in the first half. Second half, definitely better. As was everyone. I don't think anyone had a worse second half than first. I'm going 6.5 for 𝗕𝗃𝗃. This is so fun how I can do player ratings. On the next stream, I'm going to tell people I can do this, because I'm sure people won't be aware that you can do player ratings. People won't even be aware that I'm doing a stream right now, because I've done a stream previously. But I'm hoping when I get into the routine, it'll be good for everyone, and I'm enjoying this a lot. Leave a like, it's completely free. Gravenberg, now 19 or 20 people actually have been involved in the player ratings. Thank you to the 20. Gravenberg, you've given him a 6. I'm going to give him, I think likewise. I'm very conscious that I've given a lot of 7s already. Let me bring him on the pitch. I've given Gravenberg a 6. I'm very conscious of a lot of 7s, but the 7s are all defenders. And we kept a clean sheet, and the defence was the best part of our game. Certainly the centre-backs. So I think it is warranted. I think it's fair that I've given 7s there. Quite dishing them out like they're going out of fashion. But Gravenberg, I think a 6 is reflective. You agree, bang on with a 6 rating. He wasn't amazing today. I think off the ball, maybe better than on it. I don't think there was too much he was doing on the ball that really caught my attention personally. I don't think he was trying too much. He made a couple runs. He made a really nice one in the right channel. Salah, I think, played him over the top and just didn't execute it. But other than that, I think Gravenberg was okay today. So a 6, I think, is reflective. Next, now, let's go for Curtis Jones. Oh, let's go for McAllister. Let's go for McAllister then. You've given him a 7 because he scored the winner. This is such a hard one to rate. I mean, God, how hard is this to rate? He had an awful first half. Awful. Likewise, some of them did, but he was one of them that stood out as, like, he was making passes that weren't coming off. He was trying things that weren't on. Off the ball, the game passed him by in the first half. So the first half rating, I'm giving him a 4. I think that maybe is the worst he's played in the first half of the season. But in the second half, really picks up. Plays quite well. I think a 7 out of 10 in the second half. And he scores. So you've got to give the rating higher. I think a 7 is fair. Now, imagine if someone scored a winner and you gave him a 7. You'd be like, that's quite low. But that does show how poor that first half was. he should be getting an 8 at least. Scoring the winner of the only goal. But the first half was that bad. You've got to take him down, surely. Let me know your thoughts down below. You can jump into... Good tackle from Dragusin. I'll put the link on there for you now. Do get involved. If you're on your TV screen, scan that with your phone. Come down below into the stream builder and you can have your say on the player ratings and see if your ratings stack up against the community. Let me know your thoughts down below. Next, we've got Joe Gomez. You can also find that link in the description. It'll be top link. Next stream, though, I'm going to do my ratings first, and then I can just scroll on, and you can see them pop up there instead of me putting them in manually. You know what I mean? We'll come on to Salah in a bit. Let's go to Curtis Jones now, the other midfielder. Now, Jones has been given a 5.2. That is, that is low. Oh, I'm looking at Cody Gakpo's rating here. I'm fuming. Really? Curtis Jones. Oh, first half was awful. I'd give him maybe a 3 in the first half. That's the worst half he's played this year by a mile. He looked like he was struggling to get into the game. Mentally, I think. And maybe you can reason with this, Jones wasn't starting the game. He was chucked in there last minute. Maybe mentally he wasn't in the right mindset of, I'm going to start. Let's get ready for the game. But that's not good enough. I think I know there's reasons as to why, but I've got to ask for more from Curtis there for me. I'm going to agree with you and go for a 5. Oh, do I go 5.5? I'm going to go 5.5 for Curtis Jones, so slightly higher than you, because of his second half. I think the second half, he really stood out as one of our better players there. Tough game to watch as a Jones fan, though, I've got to say. Where's Salah? There he is, Mo Salah. Now, the rating for Salah you've given him, and get involved in the comments and the description. I know I keep saying it, but I just want you to get involved. I don't want you to sit there and be like, how do I do it? How do I, description. I think Salah was absolutely average. I've got to go with a 5. Do you know something? I'm going to take Jones down to a 5. I'm moving Jones down. 5. Salah 5. A really average game. And you've given him a 4.7, largely agreeing with me. And if I was going to change my rating, I'd definitely move him down. I think he's trying too much. I worry that Salah knows that he's not the first choice anymore. He knows he's not the A side. He's not the 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀. He's not the 𝗧𝘄𝗀. Does that mean Salah's trying stuff? He's trying to maybe impress. He's trying to reason with staying on for the full game. And actually today Salah looked a bit annoyed. He was kind of laughing. Was it sarcastic? I don't know. But he didn't look happy to be coming off. And Salah, a player who's on that much money, a player who has that standard for himself, will never be happy to come off. I mean, look how he came out in the media saying he's not happy to be not playing. He don't want to be. He knows his level. He challenges himself. He knows what he can do and what he has done in the past. But I think coming off today was warranted. Definitely. Do I think Chiesa was great off the bench? Not really, but it's not worse, is it? It can't really get worse. Let's go to the other side in Cody Gakpo. You've given him a 4. 5. I've given a 5 for Gakpo, a 5 for Jones, and a 5 for Salah. I think they were our 3 weakest players today. To be fair, I actually thought 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀 was poor, but I think he was involved. That's the problem with Gakpo. In the second half, he wasn't involved. I thought he had some nice touches, though. I thought some of his touches were maybe better than Salah's, but he was on the ball a lot less. And don't get me wrong, this was a bad performance from a lot of players, and he was definitely in that category. I like the 20. Do you like that? Like nice little touch there on the sleeve. That's nice. I didn't notice that. I can't actually read what it says, but that's a nice touch from the app I use here. Yeah, 5, not positive at all. Not positive, but it was certainly not awful. Like, we can't be giving him a 4. The average rating would be a 4 there. Which, when you think about average rating, like, how many people have done this rating here? Let me see. 27 people have been involved. You can as well, with the link in the description. That means, like, some people will have given him a 3, and some people will have given him a 5. There have been some 5s in there, and a lot of 3s. That's a concern. He wasn't that bad. Next, we have 𝗂𝗂𝘁𝗂𝗂𝗧. Ooh. I'm going to go for a 5.5. You've gone for a 5.3. Okay. I think he was maybe brighter than we thought. There was that time where he's sprinting through kind of pace and power, and 𝗕pulls him back and just holds onto his shirt. If he gets through there, that's a different story. I thought he was the most positive forward we had, which, saying that isn't much. You know what I mean? I'm not bothered. He's had a great season this year. He's in no way, shape, or form a problem at our team today, which is one of them days he didn't get too much service. He did well with what he could get, I suppose. Onto Joe Gomez. The best substitute for me behind 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃 today. I thought Joe Gomez, them balls he was putting in from the throw-in, really positive. Like, that's, Jones, for me, what have you given him there? You've given him a 6.5. I'm going for a 7. I thought he put some really good throw-ins in, and I'm ranking a football player here based on their throw-ins, which is ultimately where we are right now. But it's true, he put some really good, dangerous balls in the box from his hands, and he looked pretty competent today. I thought he was assured. I thought he slowed the game down a bit at times, and he made the right choice. Came on, did really well. Joe Gomez 7, one of the more positive performances today. Let's go for Chiesa next. You've given him a 5.7. Is that, I don't know, 5.7? I was thinking more like a 5. Maybe we'll go 5.5 because he never played for the full game. We'll go 5.5. I think he tried. I think he gave a lot. He was very much head down, kind of make something happen here. Tunnel vision. I'll agree with you, I guess, and go 5.5. Robertson next. Robertson. Ooh. I don't know. Robertson didn't do much. I think it's hard to give him less than a 5.5 again for Robertson. I'm going to go there. You've given him a 6. Okay, maybe a bit higher than I'd have given him, but fair enough. Maybe a 6. The big name is 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃 here. Now, Rio 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃 on the ratings has been given an 8.6. Do get involved now and jump in there, see if your ratings stack up against the community. I'm inclined to agree. You can look at man of the match here with a few names. 2 names, in fact, for me. 1 is 𝗕𝗵𝗲 Konaté, and 2 is Rio 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃. I'm giving him an 8. 8 for me. I almost think, what more has he got to do? Do you know what I mean? He's come on for 15 minutes. He's done more than Salah and Gakpo combined. In fact, his rating actually is nearly more than Salah and Gakpo combined. I'm happy this has happened, obviously, because we've won. First and foremost, goes without saying. But because everyone's seen that, it was on telly. Everyone knows that just happened. Everyone knows 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃 changed the game. That's good. That's exactly what we need. Slot, notice it. Notice him. Notice these impactful performances having off the bench. He's our best wide player when he plays. That bit of play where he takes the ball on the counter in the right-hand side and kind of beats 2 men, skips back and almost to the left, creates that room for himself. Always positive, always wants to get forward. He's fantastic. What a half, what a 15 minutes, geez, 15 minutes, mental. Yeah, that's my rating, so I'm just going to go through them now. Can I rate the manager? I can't, but I'd give the manager 5, 6, 5, maybe. Right, my ratings are this. Get involved if you want. Alisson, I give a 7 out of 10. Szoboszlai 7. Konaté 8. I think man of the match. If we're going on a player who played the full game, Konaté man of the match. Van Dijk 7, good performance. Gyökeres 6.5. Gravenberch 6. McAllister 7. We agree actually. A lot of our ratings are agreeing here. Salah 5. Jones 5. Gakpo 5. I'm going a bit higher than you guys. Ekitike 5.5. Joe Gomez 7. I thought he played well off the bench. Chiesa 5.5. Robertson 5.5. 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃 8. And there's the player ratings. I've really enjoyed doing that. I hope you've enjoyed watching that. So in the next stream, I'm going to put them on there before. So I do 2 streams, the watch along and this one. There's a half an hour gap between. In that half an hour gap, you can then vote. Still be votes already there, compiled, when I give mine. This is going to be so fun in the future. I really look forward to this. In terms of the match reaction, this is one of them games. It's very hard to talk about. Let's bring 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗃 on the screen. It's very hard to talk about positives and negatives because the positive was the second half, the negative was the first. So we can sit here all day and go, there wasn't any intensity, there was no intent. They've just played midweek. We can sit and say all these things, but we've won the game. I don't want to sit on my Sunday and talk about negativity around Liverpool. We've done it all season. I want to take the positive of the win. Call me too positive here, maybe. Some of you will be very negative after that, and I see why. But we've just beaten another team, another clean sheet. I'm taking the positive out of it. I want to be positive here. There's been so much negativity this year. And this can be one of them, I suppose. But let's just choose to ignore the first half. In my opinion, I'd love you to get involved in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. This will go live straight away as a video. I'm going to go and watch the Arsenal game. Usually there won't be a game of this magnitude on after the ratings show, but there actually is today. So I want to go and watch this game. Massive game in the title race and the relegation fight as well, I guess. Please do let me know your thoughts, guys, on the content today. Leave a like if you've enjoyed not just this show, but the watch along as well. I've really enjoyed that. There were 300 people in there at one point. I'm sorry for not reading the comments as well. King Fred's in here as well. 𝗕𝗿, George is in here. Twisted's in here. 5SG's in here. Joseph, Jake, Harry, loads of you in here. I just wanted to get this stream sorted and done. So I've kind of locked into my own thoughts and the tech as opposed to your thoughts. I do apologise. But in the next stream, next week, yeah, it's going to be fun. There's actually no midweek game, which is a shame, because I wanted to do another watch-along, but don't worry, they're not going anywhere. There'll be a career mode stream, King Fred, as you mentioned, on, I'm planning Tuesday. Do stay tuned if you want to keep up to date with news and what I'm up to. Instagram, Twitter, etc. I'm all over that. I've really enjoyed this. Thank you very much for making it as enjoyable as possible, and I'll see you in the next one. Nice one. Thank you.